What's going on, everyone? Rocky here with 75 South Gardening, and today we're going to talk about growing okra in containers. Okra is one of the easiest things that you could grow in your garden. Okra also germinates within 1 to 2 weeks. So, what you need to know about okra is they will go in shock if you transplant them wrong. So either start them outdoors or plant them in a pot big enough so that you don't disturb the roots when you transplant your okra plant. So okra is a summer crop and it likes warm temperatures. You don't want to plant it until your temperatures reach at least 65 degrees. That way it's warm enough for that seed to germinate and grow right. Okra also likes a lot of nitrogen since you're basically only growing leaves. These tall plants behind me are my cherry tomato plants. It's only June the 1st and they're already mostly over 6 feet tall. These things are enormous. Okay, so here we have horse manure that's been composted over 4 years, and I'm going to mix it with the native clay that comes from my yard and a little perlite for extra drainage and aeration. Now your seed packets will probably tell you to space your okra 12 to 18 inches apart, but they will grow just fine with 3 of them in a container. And they actually will grow just fine if you space them out every 15 inches, 3 plants every 15 inches. So you want to plant them somewhere where they will have full sun at all times. Wherever the heat is beaming down on your yard at, put the okra there and they will love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just mix this in all together. Just look at that. Composted manure. Basically dirt at this point. Just want to mix this up really good. What I like to do when I'm planting transplants in containers, I take them out like this. Well, I'll show you an easier way. Sit the cup in here this way, like so. And what you want to do is just fill it up. This way, you don't have to go back and dig a hole. It will be the perfect size hole for your pot, cup, or whatever you grew it in. And you don't have to do any digging. Just give it a spin like that. And there you go. Let's see if I can get it close up. There it is. And all I have to do, drop it in the hole. Yep. That's it. Watering okra plants will be different for every zone. You don't want to drench them in water, and you also don't want to dry them out too long. Small amounts daily works for me, especially when the heat is over 80 degrees. You're going to need something that's higher in nitrogen to fertilize these. I like to use blood meal when growing okra, and that's pretty much it. Mix a little native clay, some perlite, and composted horse manure. If you don't have access to composted horse manure, you can always go to your local nursery and get some of that black cow manure. And you can also use something like a plant tone that's higher in nitrogen. That would be a good fertilizer for okra. And when it comes to harvesting your okra, you want to let it get at least 4 inches, or maybe even the length of this cup. I would say this is a good size for okra right here. And that's pretty much it on okra. One more thing, if you let your okra grow too big, they're going to get hard and woody. And if they become hard and woody, that plant might slow down and stop producing as well. So you don't want to leave them on too long. Cut them off, and the more you cut off, the more the plant will send out flowers to keep growing more okra throughout the season until your first frost. And that's pretty much it for today's video. If you found this information helpful in any way, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell below for weekly updates. And always remember to plan your garden with your health in mind.